Hi, on today's Crochet Corner, I'm going to show you how to make a really colorful scarf using different shaped motifs that we join together as we go. In this particular scarf, I used a sock yarn that has aloe in it, which is great for making socks or anything that comes in direct contact with your skin because it's really soft and machine washable. I actually chose to use two different colors of variegated yarns to really add an extra dimension to the color work of this scarf. If you notice, the center full hexagon motifs, hexagon being a six-sided piece, the center ones are all in one color, and then the rows of two hexagons side by side and then the half hexagon motifs, those are done in a separate color. Let's get started. I'm going to show you how to join the six-sided hexagon to two existing hexagons, and then I'll show you how to join one of the half hexagons to the existing pieces that are already joined together. So what I've done is worked the first two rounds of this six-sided hexagon, and I've started the third round, which is the joining round, and I've worked up to the point where I'm going to begin to join to the existing motifs. And we're going to join from a corner, which is a single crochet, chain 3 single crochet. We're going to join in there, then we're going to join in the chain 1 of the treble, chain 1 treble, which it's really makes sense when you read the pattern, and the pattern's going to be available on the website. So we'll join into that chain 1, then we'll join into the chain 3 of this corner, the chain 1 of this side, and the chain 3 of this corner. So okay, here we go. This is the round that's already been started, and we're going to start with this corner. We did a single crochet chain 1 of that single crochet chain 3 single crochet, and instead of working the chain 3, what we do is a chain 1, slip stitching to join into the adjacent motif counts as that second chain 1, so that we'll do a third chain 1 and that counts as the full 3. And you're going to hold the pieces together, and honestly this was the hardest part for me when I started making joining motifs, was just trying to figure out how to hold them together. You're going to hold them with the wrong sides together, working at the top of your work, so that when you're done and you fold it back out, the stitch work was done on the front. So let's see. So we've got that first chain 1. We're going to slip stitch into the back of the adjacent motif, slip stitch through that chain 3 space, chain 1, single crochet into that same space for the corner. Then we'll wrap the yarn twice for a treble stitch, work our treble, and we'll do, instead of the chain 1, we're going to slip stitch into the adjacent motif like that, and then we'll do another treble like that, chain 3, and then we'll go into the next corner here, single crochet, chain 1. Our second single crochet is going to be done as a slip stitch, and because these two are already joined together, we're going to make sure we pay attention to which one was joined first, and we're going to go into that same place where the joining was taking place. Third chain, and then single crochet to complete that corner, chain 3, and then we'll work the V-stitch, which is the treble, chain 1 treble of this round, but instead of the chain 1, we're going to slip stitch to join it into the next adjacent motif. And then I just go back and forth like that. We'll finish up the row. We'll do our next corner here, which joins, chain 1, slip stitch to join in the adjacent, and single crochet back in there to make the corner. And that's the beginning and then we come back to the beginning of the round, slip stitch to join it, and you'll see how that lays nice, and as we lay it nice and flat, you'll see that that's the next piece. And what we do then is, to keep our edge straight for the scarf, we modified the motif to make it a half hexagon, and we did that by working in rows for these 3 sides instead of in rounds for all 6. And I'll show you how we join. It's really joining the same exact way. We're going to work into the corners starting here. We're going to work into the first corner. I did the single crochet chain 1, then we'll slip stitch, chain 1, and single crochet back into that same spot, and we'll chain 3, work our V-stitch, which is the treble, slip stitch treble into there, and treble back into our original motif. And we'll work our next corner. Well, we'll chain 3 to get to the next corner. Whoops, chain, whoops. There we go. Chain 3, and then we'll get into the next corner here. Single crochet, chain 1. And again, we're working into 2 that have already been joined, so make sure you pay attention to which side they were joined into for consistency. And you sometimes you won't notice it, but sometimes you will, and it just makes for a nice uniform look when you're in your finished piece. So then I'll show you see how that's joining together. So you'll just continue around until you get to that corner, and then you'll finish the round as normal as though it's not joining, and that gives you that nice perfect straight line that you're going to continue on for the rest of the scarf. And that's today's Crochet Corner.
Knitting Daily. Make time for yarn every day. Visit knittingdailytv.com for free access to all of the project instructions, ideas, tips, and techniques from this season of Knitting Daily.